right, hi everybody. Protect yourself at all times. We are on it. Ron Futrell here with the latest edition of the Vegas Sportscast for this Saturday. And this Saturday, they've got a couple of big things going on. Vegas Golden Knights in action once again. You got the Rebels playing tonight as well, along with an off-road race in Laughlin, and so sports, NFL, a lot of stuff happening this weekend, as there are only 4 weeks left in the NFL season. So let's jump on it. Start out with the Vegas Golden Knights. What happened last night at Nashville? Great game last night for the Knights at Nashville. Tremendous performance by the Knights. They scored 2 goals, take a 2-0 lead. James Neal, by the way, scored one of those 2 goals. Former Nashville Predator was there last year when they made that run to the Stanley Cup Finals. Lost, of course, to Pittsburgh. And James Neal got a goal in that game, so they're up 2-0. Then they give up three straight goals, take a fall behind 3-2. 39.9 seconds. Let's call it 40. Let's call it 40 seconds left in the game. In that third period, the Golden Knights get a goal to tie it at 3 apiece. Unbelievable. So they go into this. They go into overtime. The overtime, no goals in the overtime, and then go to a shootout. 6 rounds in the shootout until they finally get the victory. Malcolm Subban gave up no goals in the shootout. Just rock star. And by the way, he was going up against his brother, PK Subban, one of the best defensemen in the NHL. And Malcolm Subban did a great job of being able to hold off the opposition there last night and do, he deserves a little bit of a cheer there, I would say, certainly for his efforts. Tonight, who's going to be in the nets? Not sure. They're playing at Dallas, so that'll be interesting to see. I know Gerard Gallant usually likes to rotate goalies back and forth night after night, and you've got Max Legacy likely in the nets tonight at Dallas. By the way, the Golden Knights have beaten the Dallas Stars twice already, once at home and once on the road. And the first game they ever played was a 2-1 victory at Dallas for the Vegas Golden Knights. So, Dallas Stars are going to want to take this new hotshot little expansion franchise and want to rein them in, but they haven't been able to. They have not been able to yet. And next week, a couple of fun games here in Vegas. Got a game on Tuesday night against Columbus, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's Columbus. My memory serves me well. But on the 14th, so Thursday of next week, I do know it's the Pittsburgh Penguins come to town. So that's what we got happening with the Vegas Golden Knights right now, and they are just lighting the world on fire, just doing some marvelous things and winning big and playing well and doing everything you need to do, and then some. As an expansion franchise, who would have thought that they would be doing this much, this far, this well, this good, this early? But they are. Solid second place in the Western Conference right now, behind the LA Kings, who are on fire. By the way, the East is much stronger than the West this year, just to let you know. For example, best number of points in the NHL, the Vegas Golden Knights would be about 7th and 8th or 8th in that area somewhere, because the teams with all the points are in the East and doing the job. So they got to show that they can beat some teams in the East. Still waiting for Marc-Andre Fleury to get back as goalie, and that's, you know what I've said. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Pittsburgh would be a nice, on December 14th, a nice date to have him back, his old team. Yeah, we'll see. Won 3 Stanley Cups with the Penguins and helped him last year. Daniel Murray is their goalie, and they decided to take Murray over 32-year-old Marc-Andre Fleury. He's younger. Makes sense. Nobody faults him for that, but they're coming to town. Penguins, December 14th. Circle that date on the calendar. It's a Thursday night. Okay, Rebel basketball, 7-2 record, taking on a team with an identical record, Illinois, on tonight. That'll be Saturday night. Tonight, at the MGM Grand Garden. It was a horrible turnout the other night when the Rebels played Oral Roberts. Might have been 3,000 people there. Just was ugly. They played well. They played great. Won big, as they were supposed to. Rebels should be able to beat Illinois tonight. Illinois overrated a little bit out of the Big Ten and where they're at. So we'll see if Marvin Menzies can keep it going there with the Vegas, with the running Rebels. And they are running, by the way. And I haven't called them the running Rebels in the past, although that's what their name has been for the last 25 years. But they haven't done much running. They are now. I mean, except for obviously the glory days when they did. But in this day and age, not a whole lot of running with this Rebel basketball teams in the last quarter century. But now they are running and they are scoring, and they are top 5 offensive output in college basketball right now. By the way, they still have that streak going of consecutive three-pointers. It's now up to 1,015 consecutive games where they have hit a three-point shot. They have hit a three-point shot in every game since the NCAA made three-point shooting legal. And that would have been mid-'80s when it became legal. They actually did it in the Big West Conference before it became nationwide. I remember that was one of the big issues in the mid-'80s of what they're going to do with college basketball and the three-point shot. So, Rebel basketball, just a little footnote there. They keep that streak alive, keep it going. They have hit a three-point shot in every game since it became legal with the NCAA. That's 1,015 games. That's a pretty good streak right there, wouldn't you say? Pretty good streak. Okay, got an off-road race going on this weekend. Check it out. I was out there yesterday out in, where was it, State Line? No, check that. It was Laughlin by the river. Rage on the River is what it's called. 400 entries out there in this off-road race. SNOR, Southern Nevada Off-Road Racing Enthusiasts is the acronym. SNOR is the acronym for that long title for their name. NFL happening. Okay, we got Raiders at Kansas City. And Raiders are 4-point underdogs at KC. We'll see who shows up on Sunday. Okay, we'll see. I mean, that's the key right now, is these two teams fighting for first place right now in the AFC West. Oh, you've got the Chargers there as well. LA Chargers are in that mix. The Raiders play at the LA Chargers final weekend of the season. That is New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, December 31st, Sunday, playing at the LA Chargers. And by the way, there's not shocking news. There are going to be a lot more Raider fans in those stands than there will be Chargers fans, because I don't know where the Chargers fans are. Where are they? Who are they? How many Chargers fans are there anymore? Not much, not many in San Diego, certainly, and I don't know why they would just all of a sudden pop up in LA, but you'd have to really be a diehard Chargers fan to jump on that. So it'll be like a home game. It'll be like a homecoming with the Raiders in LA once again. Still no word on the stadium being built here, by the way. They've got a meeting next week. Still no progress, even though they had the big grand opening, big groundbreaking. Now it's been a month ago. And no progress. So still waiting to have them get their permits, get everything in order to be able to start building that stadium here in Las Vegas. And time is, I'm going to say, not running out. It's not running out, but it's tick-tock, tick-tock. Okay, the clock is ticking on them being able to get this thing done and ready to go in time for the Raiders to play here for the 2020 season. Okay, that's the issue right there, is to be able, the Raiders have a contract still for one more year, 2018, to play in Oakland. 2019 is still up in the air, but it's likely that they will remain in Oakland for 2019, so 2 more seasons. And they want by 2020 to be here in Las Vegas playing in the new stadium, but it's dirt lot still. There's nothing going on that lot, so we're going to find out where they're at. And by the way, the tax bill that Republicans passed, and it's not finalized yet, but it's virtually passed. They got a few more things they got to tweak. It's got to go back to the House and then go back to the Senate, be able to pass. What that does is puts an additional tax on stadiums, on not just the stadiums themselves, but the money raised, public money raised on behalf of the stadiums. And you've got $750 million that's being raised through the taxpayers here in the state of Nevada. Now, it's a hotel room tax, so you could argue they're not the state of Nevada, but it's a Nevada tax to hotel rooms here. Anyway, that tax is not tax-free. Does that make sense? Under the GOP bill. And so what they're going to have to do is redo that and see what happens and see where it goes. But boy, that's going to might add another $100 million to the cost of the stadium. And I don't know where that money comes from. I don't know where it comes from. They haven't said. And They haven't answered the questions about the parking lot. Haven't answered that question either. They've got parking for 2,500 people there. And I've heard people say, that's no big deal. Okay. People going to drop out of the sky? Like Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise coming down from the ceiling? Is how people going to get to the game? They got to answer that question. And they don't have an answer right now. They do not have answers for that. Oh, well, they don't need tailgating. So they don't need tailgating. Oh, they can tailgate at the casinos. Casinos? Oh, so wait a second. So I can tailgate at the casino. So that means I get to bring my Weber grill up to the blackjack table. Let's make it the high roller blackjack table, okay? If we're going to do it, the Baccarat room. That's where I want to do it. The high roller Baccarat room. I want to bring my Weber grill up there and start cooking some steaks right up there inside Mandalay Bay. How about me grabbing a football, playing catch with my buddy near the craps tables? Is that where tailgating's going to happen? Tailgating's a big deal in the NFL, and it's getting bigger. And to say that the casinos are just going to take care of tailgating doesn't fit. And it would be MGM casinos right there on the south end of the strip. Okay, you guys figure out this parking lot thing. They're trying to put a stadium into a 62-acre lot that just fits the stadium with about 2,500 parking spots, and they don't have an answer yet. So still waiting for that. Perhaps next week we'll get a better answer from them when they get that done, when they have the new stadium meeting, and see what's going on there. So that's it. Okay, so Vegas Golden Knights tonight at Dallas. Rebels home in the MGM Grand Garden against Illinois. So that's what you got going on tonight. Football on Sunday. All right, that's it. I'm Ron Futrell. That's the way I see it. Everybody have a good weekend out there. We'll be back with more of the latest and greatest. You've been listening to the Vegas Sportscast. Tell a friend, let people know, download the podcast, and enjoy, everybody. Have a good weekend. Bye for now.